Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive?
I am always ready to get into it.
Today we're looking at artificial empathy.
Oh, yeah, that's a fascinating one.
Yeah, and this piece from Alternative World really lays it all out. Can AI actually understand human emotions?
Hmm.
And what happens when it starts, you know,
Like faking it.
exactly faking it? Are we going to have AI companions that can actually offer like real comfort and support?
Right.
Or are we heading into this weird world where our emotions are just manipulated by machines?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Huge. I mean, just look at what AI can do already.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing how good it's getting at recognizing our emotions.
Right. The article even mentions algorithms that can tell if you're happy or sad or angry.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They can do that by analyzing your face or your
Even
voice.
your body language. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, but it's super complex how they're doing it, like with machine learning.
So how does that work?
Well, with machine learning, the AI is basically analyzing tons of data.
Like what kind of data?
Well, think about it, like millions of pictures of faces.
Okay.
And all those faces are expressing different emotions. And the AI is learning the patterns in those images, like the subtle little things that tell you someone is happy.
Right?
And then when it sees a new face, it uses all those patterns to try and predict the emotion.
Wow. So it's not actually feeling happy?
Right. It's more like it's learned the signs of happiness, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's recognizing a pattern.
Yeah, exactly. Pattern recognition.
Not real emotion.
No, not like humans do. AI doesn't have consciousness.
Or feelings?
No, it's just really good at recognizing those outward signs.
Okay, so then here's a question.
Yeah.
If AI can basically act like it understands how you're feeling,
Mm-hmm.
does it even matter if it's actually feeling anything?
That's a tough one.
Right. What if it can, like, act like it cares?
Would we even be able to tell the difference?
I don't know. It makes you think about all the possibilities.
Oh, yeah. The potential benefits are huge. Think about it. AI that can provide support.
Like 24/7.
Right, like all the time. We could have robots helping patients in hospitals.
Oh, wow.
Or virtual assistants that are basically like a listening ear.
Oh, that's interesting. So instead of calling a helpline, you could just talk to an AI.
Exactly.
That's wild.
And it could help people who are lonely just by being there to talk to.
It's like AI companionship.
Exactly. It could really change things.
And what about elderly care? I know the article mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, think about it. An AI could remind someone to take their meds
Oh, that's helpful.
or even just chat with them.
Right, to keep them company.
Yeah, and it could even, like, notice if they were in trouble.
And call for help.
Exactly, like if they fell or
Oh,
something.
wow. It could really revolutionize how we care for older people.
For sure, the potential is there.
That's incredible. I'm really interested in what the article said about AI and mental health.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. AI could be huge in that area.
How so?
Well, imagine an AI that could analyze how you're talking
Okay.
and, like, see if you're showing signs of depression or anxiety.
Wow.
And then it could connect you with the resources you need.
That's amazing. So it's like having a therapist available all the time.
Kind of, yeah. It could even offer you personalized coping strategies based on your specific needs.
This is all really exciting stuff.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities.
But it makes you wonder, are there downsides too?
Oh, absolutely.
Like what?
Well, one of the biggest concerns with all this is manipulation.
Manipulation. How?
Think about all the data companies are already collecting on us online.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Now imagine AI using that data, along with your emotions, to, like, target you with ads.
Whoa.
Yeah, or content that plays on your feelings.
So like if I'm feeling down and scrolling through social media,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly I'm seeing tons of ads for stuff that promises to make me happy.
Exactly. It's like they're reading your mind and using it against you.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It is. And it's not just about selling products either.
What else?
This kind of manipulation, it could be used in politics or propaganda.
Wow, that's a bit scary.
It is. It feels like AI is crossing a line when it starts messing with our emotions like that.
Totally. It makes you think about all those ethical questions too.
Right. Like, do we even know when AI is analyzing how we're feeling?
That's a good point.
And do we have any control over how that information is used?
It's a lot to consider.
It really is. These are big questions we need to be thinking about as this technology keeps developing.
It makes you wonder, are we getting so focused on AI companionship
Yeah.
that we're losing sight of real human connection?
Oh, that's a real concern. Humans need genuine connection. We're social creatures.
Right.
But if we start relying on AI for all our emotional needs, what happens to our ability to,
To connect with other people.
yeah, do we lose those skills? It's something we need to be careful about.
The article also talked about authenticity.
Yes, That's a big one.
What does that even mean when we're talking about artificial empathy?
Well, think about it. Empathy is about genuinely understanding someone else's feelings.
Right.
It's about a connection.
Not just mimicking behavior.
Exactly. So even if AI can perfectly mirror our emotions, is it really connecting with us on a deeper level?
So it might be doing everything right, like recognizing our emotions and responding in the right way.
Right.
But it's still missing that human element
It's like the difference between someone being kind because they care.
versus someone saying what they think you want to hear.
Exactly. The motivation is totally different.
Okay, so even if AI is technically good at empathy, it's not the same as the real thing.
No, not at all. It's missing that genuine human connection, that shared experience.
It seems like navigating this new world of AI and emotions is going to be tricky.
For sure, we need to be really
We
careful.
need to be aware of the good and the bad.
Absolutely. It's not about rejecting the technology outright. There's so much potential there.
Right, it can do a lot of good.
But we need to make sure it's developed and used in a way that.
Respects our humanity.
Exactly, and doesn't take advantage of us.
So what can we do? How do we make sure artificial empathy is used ethically? Yeah, it feels like we're at this, crossroads.
Yeah, for sure. It could be amazing.
But it could also go really wrong.
It could. It's up to us to make sure it doesn't.
So how do we do that? How do we make sure AI is used ethically, especially when it comes to emotions?
Well, the article talked about transparency, right?
Yeah, what does that even look like?
I think it means companies need to be upfront about how they're using AI.
Like if they're analyzing our emotions
Exactly. We should know when our data is being collected.
and what it's being used for.
Right, and we should be able to say no if we don't like it.
So no more sneaky algorithms messing with our feelings without us knowing.
Right. It's about having control over our own data, our own emotions.
That makes sense, but it seems like it'd be tough to get everyone on board with that.
It will be. It's a big challenge, but I think the more we talk about it,
The better.
yeah, the more we understand the issues, the better equipped we'll be to deal with them.
So we need to be having these conversations, not just like experts.
Right. Everyone needs to be involved. It affects all of us.
It really does. It feels like this is going to be a part of everyone's lives, whether they realize it or not.
It will be. Think about it. AI is already everywhere.
Yeah, it's in our phones, our homes, our cars.
And it's only going to become more integrated into our lives, healthcare, education, you name it.
So the choices we make now are really important.
They are. They'll shape the future of AI.
Okay, so what can our listeners do? How can they be part of this?
Well, first of all, stay informed.
Okay.
Read articles like the one we talked about today. Listen to podcasts. Have these conversations with your friends and family.
Right. Be aware of what's happening.
And demand transparency from companies.
Hold them accountable.
Exactly. And most importantly, don't just accept everything you hear.
Be critical.
Yeah, ask questions, think for yourself, use your voice to help shape the future you want to see.
I love that we all have a role to play in this.
We do. The future of AI is in our hands.
Wow, that's a powerful thought. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap up our deep dive into artificial empathy.
It's been a great discussion.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Keep those minds curious and keep diving deep.